One of my favorite spring flowers is the Iris Reticulata. There's a couple special things about it. One is that it blooms really early, along with snowdrops. It also has great coloration, but the other thing that's unique about it is that it's actually a bulb. Things like German bearded irises use rhizomes to replicate themselves, and seeds of course. But Iris reticulata is an actual bulb, and I'm going to show you that in this video. Now, I've been growing these for a number of years. They're really easy to grow. You basically go out and buy the bulbs, put them in the ground, and every spring they come up. Well, this spring I had one in a pot, this one right here. And what I noticed was that it was making seed pods. And I'd never seen seed pods on any of the ones in my garden. But that could be because the seed pods are quite low to the ground. And they're not particularly large. So I'm sure my plants have been making seeds, I just haven't seen it. The clumps are certainly getting larger. Well, when I spotted this, I thought, well, I have to keep an eye on it. So I've kept it near the front door so I can watch it closely. And it's now time to harvest the seeds, and I thought I'd make a video about that. One thing that's really nice about these plants is that the leaves are quite thin. They're more like grass. And so once the flower's finished, the leaves really aren't in the way in the garden, except they are fairly tall. You can see the small seed pods growing here. There's 3 of them. 2 here, and a small one here on your right. They were green all spring long, and it's now late June and they're getting pretty brown and dry, and that's a good sign that it's ready for harvesting. They're also splitting, and if I look closely here I can see the seeds inside. Now the seeds don't look ripe. The seeds are still kind of a yellow color, and most of the time when we collect seeds we know it's ripe because they're black or dark brown. But a lot of these iris seeds are actually ripe when they're a lighter tan color, and then they'll darken as they get old. Here's a picture of a German bearded iris, and it shows the seeds over time as they get older and drier, they get darker. Most iris seeds don't really get to be a real dark black color. Don't worry about the color. A lot of seed is ready to harvest at a lighter color. The way you know that it's ready to harvest is that the seed comes away from the pod. Once those are separate and loose, it's ready for harvesting. Let's have a closer look at these seed pods. You can see how easily the seeds fell out of the seed pod once I opened it up. That's a good sign that they're ripe. Now that we have the seeds out, we could store them and then germinate them next spring. They will go into dormancy. If we store them over the winter, we will have to go through a cold stratification period. Another alternative is to take these seeds and plant them right now. They'll go through the rest of the summer in the dormant stage, and then over winter they'll get that cold period, and they should germinate nicely next spring. If you've watched my seed germination videos, you'll know that I like to use the baggie method. So with that, I have a couple options. I could wait till next spring and use the baggie method, but since these seeds are fresh right now, there's a good chance that I'll get better germination if I start them right away. So I'm going to put them in some baggies. I'm going to put them in the fridge for about 3 to 4 weeks to give them a cold stratification, and I'll see if they germinate. I may split the seeds in half and start some next spring as well. All right, now let's see if we can find the bulbs. So this is the clump of bulbs. It's a nice one here with a small baby attached. Another couple here. So we've got 3 good sized bulbs. And that's what we had above ground too. We had 3 nice leaves. This little side baby is too small yet to grow a leaf above ground. And this one here looks as if it's ready to split. Yeah, I think I'll split it up into 2 bulbs. The reason these are called Iris Reticulata is because of the coating on these bulbs. There's this thin skin on the outside, and it's kind of like a mesh material. It's a reticulated material. And that's where the bulb gets its names. Now, if it comes off, it's not a problem, but I don't generally try to take these skins off. They're protecting the bulb, so we should leave them on. I'll take these out in the garden and plant them up, and I'm pretty sure they'll flower again next year. Now, if you want to know more about Iris Reticulata, I have a great video that shows you all kinds of colors and tells you how to grow them, and you can get to that right here.